Hey, so a lot of you don't know this about me, but heading into the new year, work was slowly dying down as a videographer, and I really hit a big burnout point. I went to Japan. It was a trip I planned since the summer, and I tried not to think about all that stuff, but in the back of my mind, it was all weighing on me, knowing that I was heading back into a reality, which was the main thing that struck me moving into 2025 was told myself, try something else. And now we're here. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jackie, and in this channel we explore my journey into 3D printing. It's a place for new, old, hobbyists, veterans, professionals. If you like 3D printing, this is the place for you. And one thing that I've been working on since I started 3D printing, or not a long while after I started 3D printing, was something called mailplates. I made a video about it very early on. If you want to check it out, the link will be somewhere. But essentially, I wanted something that could fix my own problems of missing mail. I initially designed something for myself and for my neighbors so we could all have a piece of something and look kind of cool in front of everyone, or at least in the neighborhood. Fast forward, when I was in Hong Kong trying to think of different things that I could potentially try, I knew products was one of the things that I wanted to try out. I didn't want to start too complicated for myself, and I wanted to do something that actually felt realistic for me, but this was the main process that I kind of went through. First things first, I had to make sure that it was something that I was interested in. I was brainstorming different product ideas. No matter how unrealistic, it just had to be interesting to me and something that I could potentially see myself working in or doing if it solved a real problem. I didn't want to do something, whether it's a physical or digital product, that didn't really help anyone. It's just for vanity. If it was possible to post online or at least try to gain some market research, some market attention for it, and see if people actually wanted it. Well, the one thing that I learned in my first 2 years of trying to make a creative studio was that if you don't really have market need, then there's not really a point in doing whatever you try to do. So one thing about product businesses here was I wanted to make sure that it was possible to validate my ideas. And the next step that I knew I wanted to try doing was giving out free samples for feedback. So for example, just making sure, like posting online, seeing people there was interest in it. And if there is, then I could give you a sample if you promise to give me some feedback via a survey or give me your email, whatever. And the fifth thing is I would try to launch a website to see if people would buy whatever I try to make, whether it's physical or digital. And when I was brainstorming all these sort of different ideas, one of the things that came to me in the back of my mind was, why don't I just look back at what I've created so far first and try to create something from that point, instead of trying to invent something entirely new or create something entirely new. With mail plates, essentially, I already had the idea down. I knew my neighbors liked it. I knew I liked it. The main thing that I didn't know was if other people would like it. So I posted it online on Reddit, asked a few forums around, asked if they would like the idea, if they wanted free samples. A lot of people responded positively to that. So that's what I did. I printed a bunch for other people. And while that was happening, as I was getting more and more requests, I stopped giving out free sample, and I was like, okay, I think there's enough interest for me to try and at least build a quick website. And then I took photos of the samples that I was going to give out to other people, posted one more time on Reddit. And interestingly enough, from the amount of feedback or positive feedback that I received from the initial Reddit posts, I thought I was going to get a lot of sales. And I think part of that reason was because I was offering something for free, and everyone wants free stuff. But as soon as you ask them for their money, a lot of people tend to hesitate. Maybe I shouldn't give out free samples anymore. That was a mistake that I made on my part. Like, maybe I should at least do, like, just if you're interested, you can put a pre-order in or something like that, instead of giving it like, hey, get free samples. But one thing that kind of saved some of my confidence was a day after I posted my Reddit posts, I received one person who said they were interested in buying one, and actually did buy one. They said it fit their needs perfectly. They were looking for something like this as a solution, and they bought one. When I made this product, I wasn't really looking to get rich, to be honest, right? Like, this isn't something that you can blow up on, I don't think. At least it's not something that is a high ticket product. For me, this was a great test to see if something like this could actually work for me, just like very quickly create something. And right now, one of the main things that I'm focusing on moving forward is, since someone actually did buy it, I think there's a chance, other people might buy it. So I'm hoping to expand my marketing reaches outside of Reddit and put it on like Instagram and say Facebook, maybe run a little bit of ads on it, see what happens. But that's kind of my idea moving forward, just like doing small things here and there. Since the website's already built and everything, it doesn't really take a lot of maintenance to maintain. All it really takes right now is just like if I have time to post them on a few forums or whatnot, or if you post them online and see if people are interested in it. One thing I did want to mention is if you are also trying to sell a product that you've made via 3D printing, here's my advice. Take it if you want, don't take it if you want. I'm just one person, right? But don't listen to a lot of the haters, especially when you're new at this. For example, like me, I started like in November of last year, so not long at all. But there's a lot of imposter syndrome almost, where because you just started, you don't know enough to start selling things. Here's what I think. When you've bought a 3D printer for how much money you've paid for it, and you want to make some money off of it, I mean, why not try, right? A lot of people will give you hate for it, but don't listen to them. Just keep going, do your own thing. One thing I realized in business in general is just it's not always up to you. You know, even though sometimes your idea might be great and you think it will work out, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm going to try my best to continue learning and continue improving my product design skills, because I want to learn more, and this is one way to kind of push me to learn more, right? If I can create something better and more people buy it. So that's kind of where I'm heading into, and I hope if you want to do the same thing, don't get discouraged by other people. One more thing, I haven't posted in like 2 weeks. I know, I'm sorry. Coming back to New York was a bit of a rush for me because of work unfulfilled in the past, and also just trying to set everything up and getting back into the groove of things. But I hope you like the video, and I hope you enjoy. If you have any comments down below, let me know. And I hope you like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you and your patience. Bye.